once again, hello to all my friends, business associates, and saxophonists around the world. Hey guys, Gary Sugal here, and today I'm with Russ Weaver. Russ drove up from Orlando, Florida. Literally drove up. It took him 18 hours to come to our factory and to try out a few mouthpieces. Russ has been a big fan of Sugal Mouthpieces since 1991. Tell us a little bit about the mouthpiece that you currently are using and a little bit about the venue that you use them in.
Hey, thanks, Gary. The copper mouthpiece that I picked up in 1991, really happy about it. I've used it. I'm a one mouthpiece kind of guy. I've used it at Walt Disney World. Early 90s through the late 90s, 6 sets a day out there, Universal Studios in Orlando. It's just a workhorse mouthpiece, best mouthpiece I've ever owned. I thought after a while, I've tried to get up here, I don't know how many times. Finally had the summertime to do it, drove up, and what a great experience just coming to the factory and just checking everything out, and ended up picking up a new mouthpiece today, which I'm really excited about playing, and also one for soprano, the grenadilla wood mouthpiece that I'm super excited about checking out playing once I get back to Orlando. I just want to say that after trying dozens of wonderful mouthpieces today, I've settled on the KW2S, the silver, and I perform quite a bit at B.B. King's in Orlando, Florida, and it's a blues group, and they play at a very high decibel level, high energy group. So I needed something that was going to allow me to cut through the electronics, and this thing will really bark. So yeah, man, it's a great piece. I'm excited. It's fluid through all the registers. Intonation's impeccable. Yeah, doesn't get much better than that. Hey, I'd just like to let everybody know that it was entirely worth the 18-hour drive from Orlando to come to East Providence, Rhode Island. Beautiful place, by the way. To just be here where the mouthpieces are made. This will be the mouthpiece I play for the rest of my life, assuredly, along with the one that I've owned since '91. Got to recommend it to everybody. If you're a tenor player, you've got to check one of these mouthpieces out. They're great. And the second mouthpiece I picked up today from Gary is a soprano mouthpiece, and I got to tell you a little bit about it. Went through the silvers, went through the gold mouthpieces, fantastic. And I just, I thought about it for a minute. I said, you got any of those soprano mouthpieces in the grenadilla wood? And man, the first note that I played on this thing, I knew it was exactly the mouthpiece I've been looking for. The application that I need the grenadilla wood mouthpiece for is for when I play with a lot of choirs in a church setting, super live environment. You have to have something that's a little darker, actually a lot darker, without losing the ability to play pianissimo, really soft, with feeling in a good body full tone on the soprano, and nothing compares to the grenadilla wood. You gotta check this out. It allows for a super even, super dark sound in the softest of soft registers, but then you can turn around and it'll do what it needs to and everything. The grenadilla wood was my choice to do.
So guys, Russ performs 6 shows a day at Disney as well as Universal Studios. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Central Florida is a huge area for entertainment, and we use a lot of musicians down there, and the good folks at Disney have groups in all the parks, live music, everywhere you go. Make sure and pick up a schedule there, and you'll see me playing these mouthpieces at Disney. Universal is the same way. You're going to find ambient groups throughout the parks and events, and look for Modern Mystics, and you'll get to see that grenadilla wood soprano mouthpiece being played out there, because it's the perfect fit for that application as well. So yeah, that's it.
One last thing, Russ, how did you get this job at Disney? I'm sure a lot of folks would like to know. I know there were, in 1984, 85, you auditioned with 75,000 other musicians to get into Disney. Tell us a little bit about that.
That was the that's back in the days when Disney had the All-American College program, and they brought young people from colleges and universities all over the nation to Disney. That's how I got in to begin with. Now that program is not as robust as it has been in the past, and you have to just basically go to the cattle calls with the union, and they have a lot of them. And if you want to get in there and get status at the parks, you basically need to work in Orlando and free up your time so you can go grab those cattle calls and wait like everybody else. So it's the largest entertainment organization on earth, and they have a lot of positions, and just encourage everybody to check it out. The International Musician will have listings in there like they do for all the major orchestras, and it's a job.
Yeah, in 1985, you mentioned that there was 75,000 musicians that auditioned to Disney. And out of that 75,000, how many tenor players did they select, which would include yourself?
4 of us, 2 in a California band and 2 in the Orlando band. I was in the Orlando band, and I ended up moving down there from Iowa and haven't ever left. It's just a great place for musicians to make a living.
Yeah, I just want to say that I am very flattered that you took the time to come up from Florida and spend the day with us here at Sugal Mouthpieces. And I'm also very flattered that you're one of the staple musicians down in Disney, and we want to thank them for that as well. And I do hope other players will get a chance to stop by with their families in Disney. It's not a plug for Disney, but my girls went there when they were little. And I want to just say again, thank you so much for coming by.
My pleasure.
And we're going to see each other again, I hope, in the near future. And guys, thank you for watching. This is Gary Sugal with Russ Weaver. We wish you all the best, and please give me a call if you have any other question.
I was going to put this thing away, but that's a brand new mouthpiece. I thought I'd play a few notes and see what's up.